So before we get into this video, which is going to be a sewing video, I wanted to remind you that ways you can support your YouTuber is through watching their channel from start to finish. Watch their videos from start to finish. Don't skip, don't close out, don't do anything. Just watch their videos, click like if you liked it, share if you loved it, and subscribe if you would like to see more. That's one way that you can support your fellow creator or YouTuber that you love to watch. Or check and see if they have a Patreon or any sort of online store. Right now, the only online store I have is Redbubble, which is the only way I have to earn income right now is through my Redbubble. And I have a Patreon, which is $1 a month, and I will be posting those links down below. So if you would like to support me, you definitely can. Or you can do it simply by watching my videos, subscribing, commenting, liking, letting me know what you love to see and that you are watching and following and all that fun stuff. I love all of your comments, as always. So basically that is what you could do for all your other YouTubers. So, I have laid out the mask that I've been working on. I don't need the pattern, like the piece of paper now, since I have this cut out for the time being. So I'm just tracing around this part of the mask, which is going to be the inner part of the mask, and it's going to be a sky with birds, and I like this. I figured it would go really well with the hot air balloons that they wanted on the outside of the mask. So that is what I am doing right now. I am just trying to place it to where they will get a good amount of the air balloon, because right now they're not really getting that much of the air balloon. So I'm trying to figure out if I should do it on this side or on the ear part. So I am unsure on that, and once I figure that out, I will cut it out. I will stitch it up. I'll show you how I'm stitching it up, and then we're gonna put it together. So these are two that I have completed for the person that I'm making the hot air balloon, and they only wanted 3, so this is the final one that I will be doing, and I am going to go ahead and put it together, and I'm going to show you how I put them together. Now that I have them cut out, I'm going to take out the pins. I'm going to put them back in my thing. This I got from a local store that is currently closed due to the coronavirus, and I'm really hoping that they stay open after because I used to go in there all the time, and I used to buy things there all the time. That's where I got my crystals and like art. They have like a cute art section that I go to and I buy stuff all the time from. So it's called Archimage. They do have a website, and you can check them out. I'm gonna put their website down below if you want to see what they have, if there's anything you guys like. I'm not sponsored. I am simply just wanting to share some amazing things that I got from that store that I just love. Alright, so I got the inside part of the mask. Put the elastic over there real quick. Let's fold this part of the fabric away. So this is another part of the mask. This part is already sewed, so I don't need to sew this. I only need to sew one more thing, and I have somebody who wants to say hi. Hello there, puppy. Are you trying to say hi to everybody? Are you trying to say hello to everyone? Sit. Sit. Or stretch. That works too. Say hello. Zeus, speak. Say hello. He's like, woman, no. But he's cute though. Like I said, you're gonna see Zeus at some point in this video because he's really cleany today. So I'm gonna move my scissors out of the way. This is the cutout fabric. So we need to turn it inside out. Just like this. I'm gonna move my sewing machine over here. Now, I'm not gonna share like how to thread your machine or anything like that in this video, but I am going to have a separate video just for all of that over on my Patreon page, and my Patreon is only $1 a month. So this is what we're sewing, and I'm gonna start at the very bottom, and you want to give a little bit of insurance, like see how much I have. It's not an exact measurement. You don't want to do it too close to the edge, but you want to leave some seam allowance room for the edge. So that's what we're gonna do here. Now I'm gonna lower the pedal down right here. I'm gonna do a backward stitch at either end. So I'm gonna stitch a little bit, and then I'm gonna backward stitch. I'm gonna show you that right now. We're going to forward stitch a little bit, and then we're going to backward stitch, and then forward stitch again. And there you go. This is where it's going to get really tricky. It's going to get tricky, and it's going to be tricky for me to explain it because I've never really taught anyone how to do this. So finding the right words is going to be really difficult for me. So bear with me, and hopefully I am able to explain this properly. If you stitch or sew or do anything and you can explain it slightly better than I am, please definitely do so down below. Alright, so this is going to be our front. So we want this to be the outer part, but we don't want to turn it around like so first to stitch it that way. No, we want to leave it this way. We want to leave it just like this. Just like this. Now, this one, we will have to turn around. We will have to turn the right way. So see, I have a little helper that keeps trying to nudge my arm every time I'm doing this. So see how this is? What we're going to want to do... He's trying to help. What we're going to want to do is tuck this right inside. I'm going to want to tuck it right inside here. See, like that. Now this is the inside, the inner part. So we're going to want to stick it inside the, will you have that? I had to kick out my helper because he was not being a very good helper. Alright, so now that we have these two put together, this is going to be like this is going to be the part that's not going to show. We're not going to see this. Now, I am using 100% cotton material, which is recommended when you're making a face mask. No, this is not an N95. This is not any of the other fancy masks. And I'm not saying that this is going to prevent you from catching anything. But if anything, this is going to be very helpful to you in, like, if you have to go out briefly, you can wear it and it'll keep your face protected. So now that we have all three of our pieces put together, we want to sew along the edges, and we want to leave this part unsewn. We don't want to sew these yet. So I don't have really a way to hold the phone while I stitch, so I'm very sorry for that. Hopefully you are able to see what I'm doing. Right now I am lining up each piece. So I'm going to, now like I said, the same as when you did the inside part, you don't want to stitch too close to the edge. You want to leave a little bit of allowance, and I will show you that here in a minute. So I'm going to do the forwards and backwards stitch on either end. Now I'm just stitching along. And forward, back, forward, back. You don't have to do it as many times as I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because I want to make sure that it is not going to fall apart. Alright, so now we are going to do the other end the exact same way. Just line up your pieces. Make sure that you are going to stitch them all together when you do stitch them, because if they're not lined up, and you don't want to make that mistake in thinking that they're lined up And then when you're sewing and you realize when you take it out that something wasn't stitched together, because trust me, that has happened to me a few times. So I'm going to stitch this up and I'm going to be right back. So now that you have both ends stitched up, it is time to turn it inside out. So I am grabbing these two, this side and this side, to where this side is showing. So if you grab here, you're not going to get the air balloon. So you want to make sure you're grabbing the right two bits of fabric to turn inside out. Or beat the devil out of it. Not really. So now that it is turned inside out, you shape it. You want to avoid testing it on yourself, because this is a face mask that somebody else is going to wear. You don't want to test it on yourself. So the best you can do is just guess and push everything out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn these sides inward. Not too far inward. You don't want to cut off too much of the face cover. So you're going to have something that looks like that. And this is going to be where you're going to shove the elastic in at either end. And then you're going to stitch along this part. So before we get to that, what we want to do is we want to add an insurance stitch, which is stitching right along this edge to give it some form and some shape. I am going to do that right now. I'm going to stitch along here and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it's just about done. I've already done the elastic on one side, and I'm going to do the other elastic. So what you want to do is you want to put it into either end. Now the elastic is already measured to how they wanted their elastic to be, so if it looks too short, then that's just what they chose. So we're going to stitch it up on the sewing machine, and then I'll show you the finished mask. And now this is complete. So this is going to be the outer part. So I made it to where they can still see some of the hot air balloon, and then they have two of the different kites that they wanted, and this is the inside. And the elastic and everything, and where are there other two that I just... Oh, they're right here. So now they have their three that they ordered. So, all done, and I hope you learned a thing or two about the sewing of masks and how you can stay better protected than going outside wearing no mask at all. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched it all the way through, please hit that thumbs up button and comment down below if you want to see the other versions. If you want to see how I can sew the other versions of the masks, I definitely can and will. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to package these up in each individual baggies, and then I'm going to package them in a mailer, and then I'm going to ship these off this week. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video, which I don't know what it's going to be yet, but like I asked earlier, if you want to see me use any materials that I have that are not acrylic paint, I have charcoal, I have chalk pastel, I have oil pastels, I have oil paint. I don't want to use like the real oil paint that I have, but I have water mixable oils that I can use, and I have colored pencils, crayons, just basic supplies that you can hopefully still find in stores. Like when you go to do your like emergency shop or something, you can pick up a thing or two of crayons or something, and it can just keep you busy. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you on the next video. Alright guys, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well, and I wanted to say thank you for watching this video all the way through. And if you did, definitely hit the thumbs up. Definitely comment down below or share the video if you think it will help a friend of yours out, or if you really liked it and just want to share it. Please definitely do that. And if you want to see any of the other masks, I can definitely come up with a tutorial for that for you. And yeah, I hope you stay safe, I hope you stay well, and I will see you on my next video.